Hey guys, here's Bachofner from Complexity Card Gaming. I'm going to show you today a deck that I played this weekend at the regional. I missed the top 8 unfortunately by bad tie breaks, so let's start with the deck. It's basically a triple Omega deck splashed with zombies, synchrons, so yeah. I played one Game Night Garnet and one Game Night Tourmaline. Basically, you just need 2 Game Knights for the Brilliant Fusion engine, which is really good. Yeah, not that much to explain. Level Eaters, this card is so good. Just to go into the different levels that you have for the synchros, like Formula and Fairy Dragon, which helps to unbreak this deck a lot. Then the level 1 tuners, 1 ball, 1 jet synchro. Both are basically just to go deeper into the combos, especially Formula with high play values. Just draw 2 cards is way too good. Afterwards, you already have an Ancient Fairy Dragon on field, which is pretty cool. Then a little Warrior engine, 1 Photon Thrasher and 3 Raiden. Raiden is a really good unit in this deck, as you have so many cards that you want to mill, like Bulb, Jet Synchron, Level Eater, or the Performance, Trick Clown, or Damage Juggler. And it's also a level 4 monster, so if your hand is rather slow, you're normally still able to go into at least 1 Omega. Then the zombie engine, 3 Unit zombies, 1 Golem zombie, 1 Mitsuki, and 1 zombie master. Well, Unit zombie was great this weekend, as it solves basically 2 problems that you have normally in quick draw decks. It's the discarding option of Level Eater, for example, as you will not always have the quick draw in hand. And it also sends a Mitsuki, it can send a Mitsuki from deck to the graveyard, so it just gives you the option to get back this free level 3 tuner. Also, the level manipulation on field is really good if you start with your combo, and it's even better if you start with Brilliant Fusion at this one, as it guarantees you already 2 Omegas, which I will explain later on. Then the Performance engine, which you nowadays play in almost every deck except Cosmos. Performance are just good, especially with the index where you benefit so much from Brilliant Fusion. Then I played 1 quick draw. It's not that good in this deck, as you will see in the extra deck you only have 1 target, 1 synchro that you can go into with it, as most of its effects are covered by Unit Zombie, so you're basically just playing it as another discard option. Then for the spells, 3 upstarts, nothing to explain. 3 Brilliant Fusion, probably one of the best cards at the moment, especially in decks where you benefit so much from the normal summons. And in a deck like this one, where you have a lot of normal summons, it's great. Then you have 3 instant fusions, Noden, nothing more to explain. Then 3 tunings, just to search the quick draw or sometimes even the jet synchron. And the milling up to mill 1 effect is also really nice. Then 1 foolish, nothing too spectacular. 1 for 1. 1 soul charge, also not that much to explain about it. Then 2 charge of light brigade and 1 rota to get to Raiden. And this one is especially great because of the mill 3 effect. Yeah. Then that's it for the main deck. For the extra, played one Nodin. I only played one, also with the Gem Knight Seraphine, as you basically go first turn into like double, triple Omega and Trishula normally, and afterwards it doesn't matter if you draw death, instant fusion or something like that, as you basically won at this point if you're discarding like 4 cards from your opponent's hand. Then one Formula, one Tatsunoko, which got really popular by an American player last week. This card is really great also to unbreak your hands, to take out the normal summons that you draw during the several draws that you get from TG Hyper Librarian. Yeah. Then one Naturia Beast, basically just with Bulb and Hat Trigger, but it's so good, it's already enough if you have just this small, this little option to get into it. Then one Axel Synchron. Basically you need it to get Jet Synchron into the graveyard. I had like one game where I sent a quick draw to make combos, as I already had Level Eater, and yeah. And one Drill Warrior, basically the card to go into with the Quick Draw Synchron. Yeah, also this card effect is really nice, sometimes to get your Damage Juggler into the graveyard, or a Bulb that you drew. Then Fair Dragon, this card is also really great to unbreak your hands if you have too many normal summons. Just use his effect that that was lastly used in the Dragon Ruler format to special summon a monster from your hand. And yeah, so basically you can just, all the monsters you draw with Hyper Librarian, they're still alive, as you have the option to go into Ancient Fair Dragon. Then basically the main card of the deck, Triple Omega. This card is just amazing, like you're just winning most of your games if you start with double Omega. You're already in such a good position that you normally just win your games. And this deck can normally go into 3 of them, and sometimes even a Trishula next to it, so you can imagine how devastating it is. Then one Stardust Warrior. This card is really good at the moment if you know you're going to play against a performance deck, as you can just negate the whole Pendulum summon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's basically all you need to know about it. And then there's Shooting Quasar. I didn't use it the whole weekend. I will probably also cut it. It's more or less win more, as you always want to go into Triple Omega, and afterwards you don't have the resources to go into Quasar. For the side deck, I played Triple Galaxy Cyclone if I went second against like every deck. Just to get rid of the back row that can prevent my combos. In the same direction, Triple Decree. This was also going second. Against Burning Abyss, I also decided going first, just to prevent them basically the turn after to destroy everything with Fire Lake. Then for the Cosmo matchup, 3 Iron Wall. If I rethink the tournament, I wouldn't decide it. I would rather play something like System Down, as I lost a match against Cosmo due to the fact that I had like Performance, Damage Juggler, Metsuki and everything in Grave, put a face up Iron Wall, and he just beat me down with a Wicked Witch. And for the performance matchup, anti-spell fragrance, not that much to explain about it. It's just wins games against this deck. Especially if you can go into the Star Spark Dragon, which I said, because I only needed it when I had a Floodgate like Iron Wall or Anti-Spell Fragrance. Well, against the Cosmo player I lost with Iron Wall. I started with Iron Wall Star Spark and lost to MST Raigeki. Also, one of the two games, like, okay. And the other two side cards were the Leo, also for the Burning Abyss matchup and for the Cosmo matchup, as they have as only out just the Raigeki Darkhold. If I never attack, and I can deck out them basically with that. Sorry. And last card, Black Rose Dragon. I would play main actually instead of the Quasar Dragon, as in the actual format every deck wants to go second, so that's a huge advantage for you. But you still have some rough decks like Satyl or Burning Abyss, and they want to go first, and against this deck it's absolutely necessary to play something like Black Rose Dragon. Yeah, so I would play it for sure in the main deck. If I could change something from the main deck, I would probably take out at least one Raiden, the Zombie Master, and the Quick Draw. Just as Quick Draw has just Drill Warrior in extra deck, which I can go into, which isn't that great, and I think 2 Raidens are enough, as you basically never want to draw 2. Also, Summon Master is only if you're already really good, in a really good position, it really shines, but if your hand is weak, normally it's Summon Master in it. So, yeah, I would change them, but I'm not sure about, what to add at the moment. I will let you guys know that. And that was it for today. Later on this week, I will make also a video for the upcoming Complexity Card Gaming Major Tour Stop in Lille with the cards you have to watch out for this tournament. And that's it. Go to our Facebook page, like it, and see you next time.